It's time for us to start making our navigation working. So the first thing first, here I have the previous files that we have created in the first or the third video. I don't really remember, but we have essentially an empty index.html file that is connected to a style file and also a JavaScript file. And very simple, if we open the style file, it is empty. We have the JavaScript, which is including the previous code, and I am just gonna delete it so you feel happy with we are gonna start from scratch. So the first thing first I'd like to do, it is to start with the markup. Okay, so very simple, I'm just gonna add a header tag. Okay, and also I'm gonna add the class of it to be header. Okay, so here I am using emit extension to make my writing code much faster and much easier. Okay, so we have the header tag, which essentially going to present the whole viewport header. All right, so I am really sure that you are familiar with this thing right here. Another thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna directly add my navigation. So I'm gonna add a nav with a class of nav. All right, inside this thing right here, I'm gonna add a UL. Okay, so UL with the class of nav list. Then inside our navigation or our UL, we are gonna add some li. Okay, so li with the class of nav item. So a nav item like so. So as you can see, I have a navigation that include a UL that include one li, and here I'm just gonna fill it. I'm not gonna include the anchor tag and make some links. That will take a lot of time, but for the time being, let's stick with this simple navigation, copying and pasting all these items, blog, maybe about, and maybe shop or contact or whatever. All right, so we have our UL up and running. And also what I'd like to do here, I am just gonna add my buttons. Okay, so I'm gonna create a div that has a class of header, or let's just call it nav buttons, because this div right here, it is inside the navigation. So I'm just gonna call it nav underscore buttons like so. And this thing right here should include two buttons. Okay, so instead of using the button tag, I am just gonna add an anchor tag or an A tag with some other style to make it look like a button. It is just my preference. I'd like to use it, and you will see a lot of great developers do it as well. So I'm gonna add an A with a class of button. Okay, so button, and another class will be login dash button. All right, and here I'm just gonna call it login, and another A will be a dot btn hyphen sign up. All right, so if you are wondering about this btn class, once we reach to the CSS video, I am just gonna tell you and remember you that we are using a common class between two tags. That means these two tags will have a common style between them. Okay, for example, if you want to have two tags of your HTML to be the same color or the same background color, so we can use one class and apply it for these two tags, and you are gonna save yourself one class. And I'm gonna repeat that once again in the CSS section. So here should say sign up. All right, my friends, so this is the markup that we need to go ahead and implement our navigation. Once again, we can do a lot of stuff. We can add logos, we can add buttons, images, whatsoever, but I'm just gonna keep it as simple as I can so you can understand my example with the best possible way. So let's go ahead and review what we have did. First and foremost, we have created a few files, HTML file, CSS file, and a JavaScript file. We have connected these three files, and here we have added inside our HTML file, we have added a header tag that will do nothing for us for the time being. It is just present like a container for our code, just to keep it organized, and we can wrap our code in one main tag. This header tag includes a navigation, okay, which is the nav tag right here. The navigation by itself contains two main things. The first one is the UL right here, which is including all our LI items. And here we have our buttons, the login button and also the sign up button. And this is of course is nothing, because once we come to the CSS video, we are going to make it prettier and we are going to show it in the web browser. Just keep in mind that I have chosen some classes. Okay, I think classes, if you know HTML and CSS, these are just a piece of cake for you. So I'm gonna end this video right now, and in the next video we are gonna start writing some exciting CSS code. Thank you my friends so much for watching, and see you in the next one.